Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. That's the 9th, the 10th and the 11th of July 2024. So while you're coming over to the live video, I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I also want to send a big thank you to my Temple of Balance patrons. I launched on Patreon 8 years ago this week, which is very cool. And there's probably about 6 people, I think, who are still supporting my work on Patreon since then, since 2016. So thank you so much for your support. I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia. And it is Tuesday the 9th of July and the time is 9:21 a.m. So welcome. Now, if you are new to watching, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Oracle cards here that I created. I've got 2 decks combined, the Animal Kingdom Oracle and my Speed of Light Oracle cards. And I'll be using this combined deck to find the best cards that the majority of us need for these next 3 days. And then at the very end of this video, I'll be pulling a theme card for those 3 days. So that'll help us see the bigger picture for the next few days. I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared supports you at this time. I do recommend that you take on board what does feel right, what does fit into your life easily, what seems to be spoken directly to you, and let the rest go. And let's see what happens. Let's think of this as a guide only and allow ourselves to be surprised. Welcome, Darlene's here from New York. It's great to see you too. Welcome. Hello, Sam. Welcome and Happy New Week as well. Hi, Jeanette. And Kaylee's here. Carol's here. Good morning. So good to see you all. So I'm looking now for the best card that the majority of us need for Tuesday, the 9th of July. And the best card for the majority of us is this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle. And it's it's our friend the stag again, because he came up in the last video. And it's a really good one. It's card 42, the stag, and it says new direction. There seems to be a lot of this energy around at the moment. I hosted our monthly healing event journey for Pillar of Light members yesterday. There was a lot of direction, journey, but especially direction stuff. And like in regards to this card with the stag, a new direction, it's kind of to find our path. It sort of seems like the step before finding our path is to figure out the direction that we're going. Because when we're facing, I always imagine that my path is right under my feet. Now, if I'm exploring the flow a lot and I'm trying to get into a new flow or something like that, then my path might feel like a river that I'm sort of swimming in and moving with a river. So when I'm in a flow kind of state, or I'm trying to get back into that flow, or I'm exploring a new phase of flow, my path will feel more like a river. But in general, my path feels like a path right under my feet. And so wherever my feet are pointing and wherever my body's facing, that's where I'm going. And whatever's behind me with my path, that's where I've walked from. So I think of no matter which direction I'm facing, the past of my path is behind me, where I'm standing on my path is under my feet at present, and whichever direction I'm facing is where I'm taking that path to next. So I think it's sometimes we want to be on our path, and we do. We want to be on our path. We want to be perhaps walking on a sure thing, something that's certain, something that's clear to us, something that's perhaps excites us or ignites some passion or some drive within. And sometimes I think, especially if we're not feeling like we're on our path, sometimes we go looking for it, but we miss the direction thing. And the direction is like the direction that we're pointing. So it's like a compass. Which direction's the compass pointing at? And should we go in that direction, or should we go in this direction? Like, where does our path go from this very moment where we're standing right now? So if under our feet is our path, and the present moment is right under our feet, wherever we face next is where our next step's going to go on that path. And sometimes we might ignore a direction that's pulling us, or we might just keep walking. Before we know it, we're out in the bush and we're off our path and we don't know where we are. So it's important, I think, as we're navigating our way through and forward, because this is very much a forward thing. It's a sort of present and forward, because the direction that we face at present, and then the next step we take, that's forward. So what is your direction? Is it clear? Where are you facing? Where are you going? Are you feeling confused? Do you have a multiple choice before you? Are you at a crossroad? Do you feel like your path is under your feet? Or are you feeling a bit lost in the jungle at this time? And if so, how can you get back on track? So to find our path is to sort of connect with the moment, connect with our path under our feet, and then notice which direction we're facing. So this is a direction card. Although this is a path card, I feel very much drawn to the direction side. So where are we going? Where are we pointing to? Where's our inner compass pointing us to? Where are we facing? And it could also be a mental thing too, like what's our attitude with whatever it is that we're facing here too? Are we feeling eager to get onto this path and try this new thing? Or are we feeling confused because we don't know where we're going, or we don't know where we are? So translating that to how that may show up in our life, it may be showing up as a confusion or a sense of fear of the unknown. It may be showing up as feeling scattered, uncertain, ungrounded, perhaps a bit lost. But the good thing about this card, this is the really strong clear stag, because there's a sad stag too, but this is a very strong clear stag. So we're being encouraged to trust our instincts, especially on Tuesday. Trust our instincts in regards to the direction that we're facing. And if we change our mind, now's the time to change it before, probably, although we can always assess it as we step, so it's not the end of the world if we don't assess it and we move forward, and maybe we need to take a side step if we've stepped out in a direction that we're not comfortable in going. But we can assess how our path feels at this time. So that's for Tuesday. A new direction is before us, and some of us may find a new direction, a new beginning is imminent, if not right on our doorstep. So that's for Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jackie and Robin. Sam says, staying open to new beginnings this week. Yes. And thank you. Okay, the best card for Wednesday, the 10th of July, for the majority of us is this. It's another Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and we have the Fire Dragon. Well, this is nice. It's card 23, and it says that this is a powerful time of change. So for those of you who are new, the dragons are in my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, and we have 5 dragons. They are the most powerful cards in all of the cards here that I'm holding. So we've got one of the dragons, which is a great sign of a power that's present. The fire dragon especially aligns with the fire element. So the fire element, we can look at things like passion, drive, focus, motivation, enthusiasm for something. a fire alight under our backside to get going, to get up, get started, get going, to see this through, because the fire is usually there at the beginning, but maintaining it and keeping it going throughout the duration of something, that can be pretty tough. So perhaps the fire's a light under you to help you keep going if you've already started something that you're struggling to see through at this time. So what needs to be a light under you? What do you need to charge you up and get you going in life so that you can make the most of what you have available to you now? And if things aren't working, what changes need to be made so that you can align further with your path ultimately and align further with yourself? So the fire dragon, this is a powerful time of change. So Wednesday might be a great time too to make some changes. I always like to try and make changes personally first. You know, like how can I improve myself? How can I shift my attitude in this situation? What do I need to change about my behaviour or my role, my responsibility in this situation? I will generally tend to try that first before I make any big drastic changes. So maybe let's put the mirror up and make sure that we are really looking honestly at ourselves and look at the changes, or we might prefer the word improvements that we can make within ourselves so we can be a better person. And then that can quite surprisingly ripple out into our relationships with other people and our life itself. It's quite incredible actually how much when we change that changes the dynamics of things. So don't underestimate your ability to change and your ability to improve yourself, and using the external changes that need to be made as sort of a last resort unless it's absolutely necessary. So the fire dragon is firing things up for us on Wednesday. So thank you so much. Let's now look for the best card for Thursday, the 11th of July. So the best card for the majority of us for Thursday, the 11th of July, 2024, is this. It's another Animal Kingdom. And it's this. Oh, we've got a featured timing card. Haven't seen one of these for a little while. So it has further instructions here. And it says to take the second card from the top of the deck. So we'll go down to the second card, which is a Speed of Light Oracle. And we have Purification. So we've got these two cards for Thursday. So we'll look at them separately, then their relationship together. So the lunar cycle is card 53, and it talks about 1 month. So this is like a lunar cycle, a 1 month lunar cycle. I don't know the state of the moon right now. I'm sure Sam will tell me. Sam seems to know. I'm sure many of you will know. I don't know if if Thursday is like some significant full moon or new moon. I don't know. But if it is or it isn't, it doesn't really matter. This is talking about the next 1 month. So from around the 11th of July to around the 11th of August. We've got a 1 month cycle that's in effect, let's say, or that's playing out, especially from Thursday. So from the 11th July to the 11th of August. Now, what's it all about? It's all about this. It's card 8, called Purification. And it says cleanse, detoxification, and toxins. And everyone's telling me it's a new moon. Okay, well, I guess when it comes up, when it is a new moon or a full moon, there's a little bit more oomph to the lunar cycle card. So a new moon, new beginnings. So this particular card is about purging. It's about clearing, cleansing, spring cleaning perhaps. It's about detoxing our body of all that crap we've been eating or consuming. And if it's addictions, like something that we're consuming that's addictive, then also it will be a great time, especially with the lunar cycle card, to really focus sort of the next month on clearing and changing those bad habits that we've gotten into in regards to our physical body. And there's probably a mental tie in here too, especially if we're breaking habits or bad addictions, or bad habits or addictions, and addictions. If we're breaking these things, even if it's something like consuming junk food or consuming a lot of sugar. This can be a bad habit that we get into, and in fact we can almost put that in the addiction category, because it does take a hold on us. And when we start cutting sugar out, and then when we've overcome that craving stage, it's very interesting what shifts in our body. So it feels like these next few weeks, and especially the next month, will be a great time to purge, to clear, maybe to create a couple of weeks or a month plan of giving our home a big spring clean, and really clearing things out. Clearing things out helps prepare us to bring the new in. So if there's no room for the new in our life because we're too busy, or we've got no room in our life or room in our space, if our cupboard is full of stuff, then nothing new can fit into that. So we could have new beginnings. We could have our dream knocking on our door, but we're not even noticing it because our life is too full. So we might find purging of our space, purging of our body, and perhaps even purging of our time, and clearing and tightening things up a bit on the time front and how we spend our time. Because if we don't have time for anything new, we're so busy, then we don't have room for it. How's the new going to come in? So sometimes we've just got to make a little bit of space, make a little bit of room, make a little bit of time. And then it might be quite surprising to us what can come in. So what do we need to clear on this front? This will be probably evident for some of us on Thursday. And then let's create perhaps a couple of weeks or a month-long plan. If it's new moon, then maybe the new moon to the new moon in August, that sort of thing. It could be a good dedication. And it's a good time to break a habit too, because sometimes we need about 3 weeks, a good 3 weeks to break a habit. And that might be good for us to consider, something that we need to change about ourselves if we need to break a habit. So that's our cards for the next 3 days. I trust something there resonated and supports you now and for the next couple of days. I am going to pull a theme card in just a minute. Before I do, though, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. If you'd prefer to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website, or you can send us a private message on Facebook or YouTube, I think. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching on Facebook, please hit the follow button. And I do these videos all the time. There's not really many that I miss in a year. So if there's a big gap and you don't see a reading or a post from me, especially on Facebook for a while, then please come and look for my page directly. Just go to the search bar on Facebook and type in Temple of Balance, and you can see what you've missed. So come and check, because there's a lot of posts and videos that are hidden, but it's nothing new. It's just the way it seems to be. Now, we've got quite a few things happening. So this week, in fact, on Thursday the 11th and Friday, on Thursday is my next card reading club, and we're going to be exploring, I think it's owning our position, but I could be wrong. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what our theme is, but it's something like that. So that's happening on Thursday. And then on Friday is my next monthly, so these things happen monthly, my next online art class. And we're working on the chakras. So we're working on the heart chakra this time. So we'll be looking at love, we'll be looking at acceptance, and lots of things around the heart. So if you're interested in either of those or both of those, please have a look on my website. There's a discount for members. Also, I've just opened tickets to my Temple of Balance's 20th birthday event. So we have 5. We have art projects, healing events, spirit guide drawing workshops, vision quest, and gathering with sound and playing with cards. So they're happening throughout the month of February 2025 here in Tasmania. So have a look if you're interested. And if you want to learn more about my cards or the work I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Okay, let's grab the theme card, the best card for the theme for the majority of us for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th of July 2024 is, so the bigger picture for the next few days, something to keep in mind, is a Speed of Light Oracle card, and it's this, it's New Pathways. Well, this is interesting after having the Stag come up for the second time in 2 videos, and we have card 18, New Pathways. We haven't seen this card for a while. It says options, children, birth, choice, life's path. This card especially talks about path, our path, new pathways. So with the Stag before, that has a path element. In fact, it has a strong path element. But it felt a lot like it was about direction. So figuring out which way we're facing, which way we're pointing, where is our compass pointing. So that's felt really strong for Tuesday. And then our theme being this New Pathways card, this shows us that there are options before us, that we might find that we have options. Now, it could be 2 options. It could be 20 options. There are still options. So we might find that we're at a point on our path where we have different paths sort of trailing off before us. And we might be trying to figure out which direction to take, which path to take, which path to follow, which path to lead ourselves on, which path to carry us to the next phase of our life. There's a child element to this card, so that youthful, new beginnings, innocent, playful energy as well. There's a creative element to this card, and we might find that we have a choice to make. And I think the key, based on what I've already talked about, one of the keys perhaps to consider if we do have a choice before us is which direction do we want to take, which feels strongest for us. And then we had the Fire Dragon come up. So that also talks about a powerful time of change. So maybe there's something that we want to commit to over the next couple of days, a pathway that's new for us, something perhaps we've never tried before, because that can also be connected with this new pathway. New pathways. There's something we've never done before. So some of us may be facing or even exploring or even considering trying something brand new. Starting a new project, moving to a new town or city, trying something new, learning something new. So there is this new element around, and it might not be something that we want to overthink either. Although if we have a choice, there is some contemplation around that, but we might have really strong instincts, and our instincts might be really strongly leading us, our intuition, our instincts, on the right path or on the right choice. So we can trust our instincts, they are strong. And maybe then with the lunar cycle and the month's sort of long cleansing, maybe that's to prepare ourselves for this new beginning and this new chapter, this new thing that's opening up for us. So lots of new things, and perhaps preparation as well. So that's our card for our theme for the next 3 days, New Pathways. So thank you so much for connecting today. It's so good to see you all, and have a fantastic day. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Maybe tomorrow for the, not tomorrow, Thursday for the card reading club. If not, I'll probably see you Friday for the next video. So take care and enjoy your next few days. Thanks for watching. Bye.